Guys, it's Daryl here. Happy Sunday. I just want to talk briefly about Trump's considering imposing a quarantine on our little state here of Connecticut and our two neighbor states, New York and New Jersey. Okay, from right from the top, how I feel about this. The day before, I couldn't believe Trump actually came out and said this, but he basically said that the governors of states like mine, states like New York, states like California especially, better be nice to him, better play nice. Exact quote. Better play nice. Better show him some respect if you want any help for your sick and dying population. I can't believe. Honestly, just when I don't think I could ever be surprised by any higher level of lack of empathy, lack of compassion, ignorance, just when I think I've seen it all, it's the next day, and he says something worse. All right, let me talk. I understand quarantining. I understand social distancing, and I totally agree with it. And I think it's working. I totally believe that if we weren't doing this right now, things would have spiraled way out of control at this point. My great state, my great little blue state of Connecticut here, I think as of this morning, we had about under 1,600 cases and approximately 32 deaths. We're rated 15th on the list for the most cases of coronavirus. If I had believed for 1 second that this was for our own health, for the health of the nation, I would have gone right along with it. But when you put that into context with what he had said the day before about governors being nice to him, and then you got to take into consideration that New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are all anti-Trump, basically blue states, traditionally vote blue. I don't believe. This is what I believe. I believe in his never-ending things going on in that hamster wheel up in his head. He got this idea. His main concern is getting people back to work so his numbers don't look damaged. So he wants to protect his economy. So he's trying to figure out any possible way that he could kill as few people and still keep his economy rolling. So I imagine what he got in his head was, well, what if we just slice up parts of the country and get other parts of the country working? I am so surprised that he did not bring up California yet, because there's no love lost, as we know, between California and Donald Trump. It would not surprise. I'd be surprised if he didn't bring up a similar theory of quarantining California. I wouldn't be surprised if he brings it up again. As of this morning, he backed off it. We do have higher restrictions. And to tell you the truth right now, nobody knows what's going on either. I can't even find out information as to, we have higher travel restrictions or recommendations here in Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey. So he was going for a quarantine where we can't leave the state. I don't know if other people can come into the state. It's a state of confusion is basically what it is. So he downgraded it. So as I understand it, I live here and I still am. I've been studying this shit all morning and I still don't know what's going on. We're at a higher level than the rest of the country, but not quite quarantined off. Again, I don't believe for 1 second that this has anything to do with the health of the country. Maybe somebody pointed out to him too that Connecticut is the doorway to New England, to Boston. Truck drivers have to go up 95. Pretty much have to travel through Connecticut if they're going to go from New York up to Boston or all points up north. Quarantining and stopping the flow of traffic on 95 certainly is laughable. It's laughable. And then how you would supposedly quarantine the whole state, but allow the truck drivers through, or allow, I don't know if they check each truck for us Connecticut residents trying to escape. The whole thing is just so ridiculous. Another thing I heard him say yesterday, I'm trying to remember. He says so much ridiculous stuff. I got this story. I don't know if this one's true or yet or not. That he would check. He wanted to see if it was possible that his signature could be put on these stimulus checks, and I can't verify that is valid. I don't know if it's just hearsay. It certainly sounds, without a doubt, it sounds like something that Donald Trump would say. Make it look like his money. So yeah, that's where we're at. Our little state of Connecticut. Trump trying to kick us around. All right, you guys have a good Sunday. Stay healthy.